this is the stage where the child tells you no. Their favorite word is no. Come here, no. Take this, no. They are trying to show their autonomy and show that they can control certain things. So sometimes it's not because they are just so stubborn. You have to manage it properly, knowing what is going on at this particular stage. Now, of course, when you go beyond this stage, the next phase, I'll tell you, there are things you might permit at this phase that you should not permit at the next phase, because they should have resolved it well at the previous phase. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and we are taking off from the previous video, which means the second cornerstone. Now, in case you missed that previous video, just follow the link shown right above the screen to watch it. We are discussing personality development. What happens at different stages of your life? At childhood, how does the development directly affect your life even as an adult? So this second phase is between 1.5 to 3 years. Now, this is the phase of, you can call it anal gratification. Okay? Remember I told you there are two parts. We're looking at two parts, the physical development and the mind development. Now, if you remember, maybe not from you, but from other people, other children, other kids between this age, their attention shifts from their mouth to the anus. Now, at this point, what happens is that the child realizes that there are some things he or she can control. At this point, he can't control anything. All the child's life is around the caretaker. But at this point, they realize suddenly that they can control their anal sphincter muscles. They can decide when to an extent, when to use the bathroom, when not to use the bathroom. Well, this stage comes alongside toilet training. So this is where the mother or the caretaker begins to train the child on how to use the toilet. So, what does this result in the child's personality? The child suddenly feels autonomous. There's a level of autonomy. So I'll write this. So autonomy goes with doubt. And I will explain that to you. Autonomy / doubt or shame. You see, so like I said, the child realizes that there are certain things that he can control, and that makes the child feel autonomous, some level of independence. That means I don't have to call or rely on my caretaker for everything. Now, there are times that the child will still find himself or herself defecating without control. And when this happens, the child feels doubt or shame. You know, the child is disappointed because now he's thinking, I can control everything. But then there are times when he's unable to, and he feels doubt or shame. Now, this is critical, and parents need to know that how they respond to the child at this phase of their life is very important. Now, the child already feels doubt and shame without being told anything because he's disappointed that he could not fully control it. Now, as the parent, this is not the stage to spank the child, be aggressive at the child for not holding it in. This is because if you do that at this point, you will be affecting the child's personality. Already, he feels shame and doubt. So you don't want to worsen it at this stage of the life, between 18 months and 36 months. So it's critical that you know and understand this developmental stage as a parent. This is when you want to, of course, clean them up, but again, allow them to try again because they are trying to be independent. Also, if you notice, this is the stage where the child tells you no. Their favorite word is no. Come here, no. Take this, no. They are trying to show their autonomy and show that they can control certain things. So sometimes it's not because they are just so stubborn. You have to manage it properly, knowing what is going on at this particular stage. Now, of course, when they go beyond this stage, the next phase, I'll tell you, there are things you might permit at this phase that you should not permit at the next phase because they should have resolved it well at the previous phase. Now, something you also notice, if you're a first child or you know any firstborn, most of the first children, the firstborn, they resolve this phase positively and most times in a very strong way, and it reflects in their personality. Because it's the first child, so the mother, the caretaker, tends to be very strict with this child. They want the child to grasp the toilet training 100%, no mistakes. So this toilet training, so let me just write it down here for you. So toilet training goes along with this. Now, if the child resolves this phase successfully, meaning the child perfects toilet training, that child will most likely have a strong personality, very organized. They are, so you see, organized. So I could just draw a line here. Organized. They want everything perfect, you see, because while they were at this phase, their parents taught them to make everything perfect, toilet training perfect, and that reflects in their personality. They get easily irritated when things are not put properly. They want everything arranged, well organized. Most of them have poor social relationship because they just believe, they see or they judge others with their own, from their own perspective. They believe you should do it this way, it has to be this way. Very strict. And they are also very strict most of the time. So that was as a result of toilet training at this phase. And for most times, maybe the second child, now the parents or the caretaker pays less attention to toilet training most of the time, and this reflects in their own character as well. They are maybe disorganized, they are less organized, so I've just put disorganized. They could even be messy sometimes. They are not so careful, not so, arranged. They also have a very strong social life, tend to relate to everybody. They don't really care most of the time, So, but it all depends on how the toilet training works. I mean, if the parent helped both the second child, the third child, and ensured that they perfected toilet training, it also reflects in their character. You will see that they are mostly independent and they socialize less. So this toilet training phase has a direct impact. Now, for those who were constantly punished for missing their toilet training, it would reflect as well in their personality. They tend to cave in quickly. You see, when challenges come, they quickly cave in. They're not bold enough. They're not bold enough to take up challenges or to face situations, opposing situations, because they were always beaten down. They already had shame or doubt, coupled with what their caretaker did to them. They always felt they couldn't do it. So they lost that autonomy. They always need someone to depend on. They always want to have a dependent, someone that can help them. They always need some form of support. You see, they are not as independent as those who resolve this phase in a better way. So this was the second phase, the second milestone or second cornerstone of personality development. So in the next video, I will take you to the third milestone. What happens at that stage? I'm sure you're looking forward to it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.